Good morning, students. So, on behalf of the college, I welcome you all to the first class of plus 2 first year. So, most of the students were continuing with us during this summer, but many of you have joined recently. So, as I told you from the beginning, that we will be starting from ground zero again. That means we will be starting from the start again. Okay. So, myself J.S. Mishra and I will be teaching you chemistry. Okay. So, we will start from the basic things, the fundamental things which you might have read and some of you might not have read. Okay. So, we will start from the very basic thing, that is element. So, when we speak of element, what do you mean by it? What do you mean by element? Now, element is the simplest form which cannot be broken into any simpler form by any chemical means. For example, if we take iron, that is Fe, iron is Fe, that is iron. So, why it is called an element? It is called an element because whatever small piece you take, iron will be attracted by the magnet. That is the basic property of iron. It is attracted by the magnet. Okay. So, whatever small may be the piece, it does not lose its identity. So, what is an element? Now, when broken into simpler form, it cannot lose its identity. That is called element. So, iron is called element. So, till now, around 118 elements have been discovered. Till now, 118 elements have been discovered. How many elements discovered? Na 118. So, till now, 118 elements have been discovered, starting from hydrogen to on octium. On octium. The naming is itself very hilarious. Later on, I will be telling you why it is called on octium. So, hydrogen, atomic number is 1. On octium, atomic number is 118. So, from hydrogen to on octium, it is a very long journey, long path we have covered for discovery of elements. Okay. So, students, as I told you, so till that 118 elements have been discovered. So, starting from hydrogen, it is given the serial number 1. So, what is the serial number 1 for hydrogen? Now, it is called its atomic number. It is called atomic number. So, next we will be coming up to what is atomic number. So, from atomic number 1 to 118. So, that means 118 elements have been discovered. Okay. Out of which 94 elements, out of 118, 94 elements are found naturally on Earth. Okay. And remaining 24 are synthetic. That means they are synthesized and they have a very short life period. So, out of 118 elements, 94 elements are found on Earth naturally and remaining 24 are synthesized. They are synthetic elements or they are artificially prepared and they have a very short lifespan. Most of them are radioactive in nature. So, here a question comes, what is radioactive element? Now, those elements, for example, uranium is a radioactive element. So, what is the cause of radioactivity? Now, when the radioactive elements are kept in a place, it undergoes spontaneous disintegration. It undergoes decay because it gives 3 different types of radiation. ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆମେ radioactive element ନଉ, for example, uranium ନବୁ, ତାହେଲେ କ'ଣ ହବ? ସେଠୁ 3 ପ୍ରକାର ବିକିରଣ. So, they are called radioactive disintegration. 3 ପ୍ରକାର ବିକିରଣ ବାହାରିବ in the form of alpha, beta, and gamma rays. That means they spontaneously undergo decay or disintegration and they are called radioactive elements. So, the higher atomic number elements are mostly radioactive in nature and the first one, 94 elements, they are found in Earth. Okay. So, this is all about elements. Then next we will come to atomic number. So, here hydrogen has been assigned serial number 1. So, why hydrogen is assigned? Why not helium? Why not lithium? So, why hydrogen is assigned with serial number 1, which is called its atomic number. So, next let us know what is atomic number of an element. What is atomic number of an element? Atomic number. So for example, hydrogen, we write hydrogen H with symbol H and 1. Which is written below is known as subscript, which is written at the top is known as superscript. So below means it is called subscript. Written at below means it is called subscript. And when anything is written on the top hand side, it is called superscript. So you have to follow these ones because I will be mostly telling you in these forms. So जोटा आमे तळे लेखुछु एलिमेंट रो बॉटम रे that is called subscript, जोटा ऊपरे लेखुछु टॉप एंड रे ताको कहू superscript. So normally the subscript is the atomic number. Subscript is the atomic number. So again my question starts here. Why hydrogen has the atomic number 1? Because if we compare hydrogen, then in hydrogen number of electrons is 1 and proton is 1. Now you can correlate something between atomic number and protons. So proton is the most fundamental particle of an element because it decides the atomic number. So what is atomic number? Now atomic number is the number of protons present in one atom of an element. It is the number of protons present in one atom of an element. Gote element of the atom gote naba sethe jetera proton rahibo sei element ro atomic number hochi share. So how it is defined? That is the number of protons present in one atom of an element. Because hydrogen has one proton in one atom, so what is the atomic number of hydrogen? 1. Similarly, when we come to helium atomic number 2. It means that the number of protons in helium is 2. Okay, so this is the most fundamental property of an element, that is called atomic number. And which one decides it? The number of protons. Okay, the number of protons never changes during the course of a reaction. And why never changes? Now because if a proton number is changing, the element is changing. So in some typical cases only the number of protons changes and the element changes itself, which I will be giving you example later on. Okay, for the timing you remember that proton is the most fundamental particle and the number of protons never change during the course of a chemical reaction. Because if the proton number will change, then the element has to change. Okay. So students, so I told you what is atomic number. Now it is the number of protons present in one atom of an element. Okay. So in your class 10 or standard 10, you have read how to write down the elements in serial order. So once again I give you assignment. How to write it? Now first you write the column as atomic number. The first column will be atomic number, then element, then we used to abbreviate each element by a shorthand notation, that is called symbol. Because every time it will not be possible to write down the full name of the element. So what we used to do, now you used to represent them in a shorthand manner. In a certain manner, that is called symbol of an element. So I am giving you some examples. For example, you write atomic number 1. Which is the element having atomic number 1? You know it is hydrogen. It is hydrogen. And what is the symbol of hydrogen? Na, capital H. Capital H. Okay. Then 2 will be helium. Helium. So what will be the symbol? He. So whenever there will be more than one letters, first one will always be capital, second one will be small. So mane rakhiyo chua, jetebale single one achi symbol hisab re, it will always be capital. So eta capital habo. But when there will be more than one, that means when there are two letters to represent the symbol, the first one will be capital, second one will be small caps. Okay. Then third one, lithium. Lithium. L-I. L capital, small I. Then fourth one, beryllium. Beryllium. B-E. B capital, small e. Fifth one, boron. Fifth element is boron, capital B. Then sixth one is carbon, capital C. Seventh one is nitrogen, capital N. So you now learn how to write the correct name of the elements. Okay. So this is how you have to write down the elements and the symbols. So what is the assignment? Now you write down up to at least atomic number 20. So I have given you the examples. So assignment for all of you. It is compulsory. It is mandatory for all the students to write down the name of the elements along with their symbol from atomic number 1 to 20. So whatever assignment I will be giving you, you have to write it down and send it to me in my WhatsApp number. So within 24 hours, I will be uploading the name of the students who have submitted it and who have not submitted it. So from today onwards, make it a habit of submitting the assignment of every teacher on the same day. So that should be the habit, and you are bound to do it. Otherwise, we will not progress. We cannot progress. Okay. So you have to go for each and every assignment as given by the teachers. जो दिन जो टीचर जो पाठ देबे जो असाइनमेंट देबे तुमे ताकू संध्या सुधा जेंति हेले ताको व्हाट्सएप नंबर रे लेखि की पठेबो. सो ए अभ्यासटा करो. इट विल बी इजियर फॉर यू, इट विल बी इजियर फॉर द टीचर्स आल्सो टू फॉलो. ओके. So this is the assignment for you. What is the assignment? Now you write down all the elements from atomic number 1 to 20. Write down the name of the elements and their symbol. Okay. Then next we will go to atomic mass. Atomic mass. So let us know what is atomic mass. So mostly the students are confused between two terms, that is atomic mass and mass number. So these are the two terms, atomic mass and mass number. Mass number. So mostly the students are confused between these two. So they think these two are same. So भावन्ति जे atomic mass जहाँ mass number same. So they think it to be the same, but they are completely different from each other. So normally the nuclear form of representing any element is like this: 1H1. It can be written like this, or also it can be written like this: 1H1. So both the forms are correct. They are called the nuclear form. That means we used to represent the element completely by a certain notation. So what does it mean? In the middle, it is the symbol of the elements. Symbol of the element is written in the middle. Okay. Then there is a subscript. I have already told you what is subscript. Now whatever is written at the bottom of the symbol is called subscript. So in this subscript, what do we represent? Now we represent the atomic number. And I have already discussed what is atomic number. That is the number of protons present in one atom of an element. Then in the superscript, we used to express the mass number. Okay. So this is the mass number of hydrogen. So in the superscript, we used to represent the mass number. So this is the general form of representing any element. Any element can be represented like this. On the subscript, we write atomic number. In the middle, we write the symbol of the element, and on the top, that is superscript, we write the mass number of the element. So you can practice to write like this or like this. That's it. Okay. So here also it is the atomic number, it is the mass number, and this is the symbol of the element. Okay. So from this it is clear that mass number of hydrogen is 1. Mass number of hydrogen is 1. But atomic mass of hydrogen, is 1.008 to be precise. Okay. But mostly we used to take it as 1. But for the difference sake, I am telling you the atomic mass of hydrogen is 1.008 and mass number of hydrogen is 1. That means the mass number and atomic mass are not same. No, they are different from each other. So first let us know how they are different. So for this we have to define atomic mass first, then we have to define what is mass number. So here first coming up to atomic mass. So how to define atomic mass? It is the relative average mass of an atom as compared to 1/12 of C12 atom. It is the relative average mass of an atom as compared to 1/12 of C12 atom. So again confusion here. What is C12? Why should we take 1/12 of C12 atom? So from the definition it is very clear that it is the relative mass of an atom. That means it is not the exact or absolute mass of an atom. It is the relative mass of an atom as compared to its unit, basic unit, that is called AMU, atomic mass unit. So what is the unit of expressing atomic mass? Not AMU, that is called atomic mass unit. So what is 1 AMU? Now 1 AMU is equal to 1/12 of C12 atom. Then why C12 atom? Question comes, why we should take C12 atom? Now mass of C12 atom, mass of C12. C12 means carbon has many isotopes. You know regarding isotopes, but later on I will be telling you what is isotopes. It has 13, it has 14. Mass number can be 13, mass number can be 14, mass number can be 12. So we are talking about 12. The carbon atom which has isotopic mass of 12. So mass of C12 atom is equal to exactly 12 atomic mass unit. So mass of C12 atom is 12 atomic mass unit. So what will be 1 AMU? Now 1/12 of C12 atom. Okay. So how AMU is defined? Now it is 1/12 of C12 atom, which is approx 1.66 into 10 to the power minus 24 gram. We have to remember it. So what is 1 atomic mass unit? Now 1.66 into 10 to the power minus 24 gram. So when we express it in kilograms, what will be the value? Now 1.66 into 10 to the power minus 27 kg. Okay. So again coming back to the definition, it is the relative average mass of an atom as compared to 1/12 of C12 atom. Now it is clear why you are taking 1/12 of C12 atom as the reference. Now because it gives you 1 AMU. So suppose your weight is 40 kg. So how could you know it? Now because you are 40 times heavier than 1 kilogram. Okay, that's why your mass is 40 kilogram. So similarly, here the unit is atomic mass unit. What is the atomic mass unit? Now 1/12 of C12 atom. So why C12 atom? Now because mass of C12 atom is 12 MU. So 1/12 into 12 MU will give you what? 12 will cancel out. It will be 1 AMU. So 1 atomic mass unit is 1/12 of C12 atom. Is it clear now? So in terms of gram and kilogram, these are the values. So nowadays another abbreviation is used, that is called U. Either you can write U or MU. U means U stands for unified mass. Unified mass. So it is the relative mass of an atom, but since we are using the units as MU or U, we have to express in these forms. So again, remember what is atomic mass? That is the mass of an atom as compared to 1/12 of C12 atom. So what is atomic mass? Now mass of an atom divided by 1/12 of C12 atom. Okay. So mathematically, what is atomic mass? The mass of an atom divided by 1/12 of C12 atom. So in another way, you can define atomic mass. So how many times an atom is heavier than 1/12 of C12 atom is the atomic mass. Okay. How many times it is heavier than 1/12 of C12 atom. For example, hydrogen is 1.008 times heavier than 1/12 of C12 atom. So the reference is taken as carbon 12. So hydrogen is 1.008 times heavier than 1/12 of C12 atom. Hence the atomic mass of hydrogen will be what? 1.008. Okay. Similarly, helium, it is 4 times heavier than 1/12 of C12 atom. It is 4 times heavier than 1/12 of C12 atom. So the atomic mass of helium will be 4. Okay. So students, we are using two terms while defining atomic mass. First one is relative, second one is average. So by now you have followed why I am using the term relative. Now because we are expressing atomic mass with respect to an unit, that is called atomic mass unit or unified mass. So how many times an atom is relatively heavier than 1/12 of C12 atom will be the atomic mass of that element. So relative term has to be used. Then why you are using the term average? For that we have to take the case of chlorine. Okay. So chlorine atomic number is 17. Okay. Chlorine is available in form of two isotopes. One will be 35, one will be 37. Okay. So chlorine has two isotopes and both are present naturally available in the nature. So the percentage in which they are available in the nature is called percentage of relative abundance. Okay. So if we know the percentage in which they are present in the nature, we can find out their average atomic mass. So why you are using the average term? Now because the elements are present in different forms, that is called isotopes. So one second later on I will be defining what is isotope. For the time being it is clear what is an isotope. So here we are writing 17 in the subscript, that means atomic number of chlorine is 17. What we are writing on the top, that is superscript, na? Mass number. So they are different. So how to define an isotope? Now any two species having same atomic number but different mass number are called isotopes. So once again later on I will be defining what are isotopes, isobars, isotones, everything I will be teaching you. So this one is available in the nature in 75%, this is in 25%. Okay. So while expressing the atomic mass of chlorine, we have to take an average of these two. Okay. That's why we use the term it is the relative average mass of an atom. So why average term is used? Now because we are taking the proportion of different isotopes of an element present. Okay. So what will be the average atomic mass of chlorine? Now look, 3 into 35 plus 1 into 37 divided by 4. So later on I will be giving you the formula. This is how it is calculated. It is, that means it is 105 plus 37, 142 by 4. It gives you 35.5. So you have to remember that the atomic mass, average atomic mass of chlorine is 35.5. That's why the average term is used while defining the atomic mass. Okay. So students, by now you know what is atomic mass. Then what is mass number? Let us know what is mass number. Okay. So from this it is clear there is a difference between atomic mass and mass number. Okay. Once again we will come back to the first element, that is hydrogen. Hydrogen we write as 1H1. That means mass number is 1, whereas atomic mass of hydrogen is 1.008. Okay, so they have to be different. So I have already defined what is atomic mass, that is the relative average mass of an atom as compared to 1/12 of C12 atom. So by now we are clear about atomic mass. Then what is mass number? You know that there are 3 types of subatomic particles. Many subatomic particles are there, around 35 types discovered till date. But out of those 35, we mainly discuss the fundamental ones. They are called electrons, protons, and neutrons. So these are the 3 fundamental subatomic particles present inside the atom, which decides the mass of an atom. So electron, you know, is negatively charged and carries almost no mass. Negligible mass. It is negligible, 1/1848 of proton. Okay. Then proton, it carries a positive charge and mass is almost 1 atomic mass unit. Neutron is neutral, mass is also around 1 mu or u. Okay. So these 3 are the fundamental subatomic particles which are present inside the atom. So the combination of these 3 makes an atom. So you have read it earlier. What is the atomic structure? Now there the whole mass of the atom is at the center, that is called nucleus. So at the center of the atom, whole mass of the atom, samutaka mass through center, that is called nucleus. And the electrons used to revolve around the nucleus in circular paths called orbits. So the electrons, they used to revolve around the nucleus in the extra nuclear part. Okay. So electrons are present beyond the nucleus. Electrons are present outside of nucleus. Okay. So electron rahila bahare, tale bhitere ki rahla nucleus bhitere. So what is present inside the nucleus? Now neutrons and protons. Okay. So neutrons and protons, they reside, they stay inside the nucleus. So neutron and proton, these 2 are called nucleons. Nucleons. That means they are present within the nucleus. That means proton and neutron are called nucleons. So how to define mass number? Now mass number, you remember, is the number of nucleons. Nucleons means number of neutrons plus number of protons. So this is the mass number. Okay, it is the number of nucleons, it is number of neutrons plus number of protons. Okay, students. So this is for today. We are not extending the class further because it was the introductory class, and we will be covering the whole syllabus in details. So don't worry regarding that. But initially we will be going slowly because you have to cope up with us. आम संगे तुमको adjust होने में time लागिबो. So be patient. But as I told you, you have to solve the assignment whatever given to you. तुमको जहाँ assignment दे जो तुमको solve करी पढ़ेवा को पढ़ियो. So that it will be easier for you to follow the next class, and it is easier for the teacher to proceed further. Okay, students. So this is for today. Thank you very much.